out this man meat right here.
Oh, no, not the
Man meat.
Ooh, welcome back to another strange and mysterious podcast. Of course, I'm one of your hosts, G. Introduce yourself, gentlemen.
Define 999. Chaos, light, structure, all of it's going to be coming right now when this fucking skull moth fucking comes to the party.
It's all business tonight.
Oh, yeah, totally. that gummy's kicking in.
Right?
You hit cruise control, dude. Sometimes with those gummies, you'll hit it like a cruise control. You're just cruising.
And the little eyes will be like, hello, hello. Last but not least,
McVice.
There you go. It's McVice.
McVice with the advice. And ain't nothing nice. Don't mess with McVice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like a ninja.
He'll fuck you up thrice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Damn. What are we, a trio? Damn,
Yes.
NWA. I like it.
I do too.
Hey,
Like,
McVice is like,
I will choose violence right now. That's true.
Always go with the violence. Is the Mothman known for bringing down violence on people?
well, the Mothman usually predicts, if there's like something that's going to happen like that. So, yeah. So that's what's kind of weird about it. But since we hadn't done a show on it, I thought, well, let's check it out, Holmes.
Yeah.
All right. Somos
Sounds
listos.
good.
We ready?
Yeah.
Let's check it out, Holmes.
Welcome back to Top Box Scary. I'm Taylor, your casual Christopher.
He looks like a
and
Taylor.
I've got something for you.
Or
In
a
the
Tyler.
dark recesses of folklore, nestled between whispers and half-forgotten tales, lies the enigmatic legend of the Mothman. This video unfurls a chilling journey that dares to explore the shadowy depths of the supernatural. And just kidding. You know it's mostly going to be me talking in front of a green screen and a few blurry clips. Well, let's give it the proper dramatic intro again. Set against the backdrop of a small town steeped in mystery, this story begins when strange occurrences shroud the community in fear. As sightings of a winged figure with glowing red eyes proliferate, paranoia infects the town, and unease tightens its grip. Are you bold enough to come with me as we take a look at the top 5 Mothman sightings caught on camera? Let's get into it. Do you think the Mothman is out there? Please let me know down below in the comments. I am just itching to hear. Number 5, Mason County. The legend of the Mothman originated in the town of Point Pleasant, Virginia in the late 1960s. Now, that was a long time ago, and since then, the town of Point Pleasant has really welcomed the Mothman and celebrated him with festivals, merchandise, costumes, folk songs, and just about anything else you can think of. He's like the Mickey Mouse of Virginia over there. The people of Point Pleasant treat him like he's
That's
a folk
funny.
hero. Is he still out there? Well, to some, the story was never anything more than an urban legend. There are others who believe he may still be flying above Point Pleasant. Now, although sightings of him have dwindled in recent years, he's never truly gone. Recently, a man was driving along State Route 2, and he
That's
saw
pretty.
someone
Look at that.
jumping from tree to tree. Like any of us would, he pulled over his car, stop and take some photos. Now, the man declined to be interviewed about this at all, but he was adamant that he had to document
Oh,
these
shit, look at
pictures
that.
anyway. In these pictures, we can see some strange-looking thing shrouded in shadow at night. The creature has wings with pointed tips and long legs bent at an inhuman angle. Now, while some doubt that the photos are anything meaningful, Point Pleasant locals insist that the Mothman is very real. I mean, he's their hero after all. There are just too many sightings around Point Pleasant for some locals to deny him anymore. One local, one Carolyn Harris, is the owner of the Mothman Diner, and unsurprisingly, she's adamant that the namesake is very real. First responders and the sheriff's department made her a believer after their reports. Now, Jeff Walmsley, owner of the Mothman Museum in Virginia, argues that with modern technology, it's impossible to tell what is real. Well, regardless if the pictures are real or not, we can all agree that the legend and the celebration of Mothman is alive and well, and definitely serves the town of Point Pleasant
Yeah,
well. If you're looking for
They
ways
got him stacked with fucking 70s chest hair. I like that.
Who?
Did you see that? Like Mothman,
Mothman
man.
or the
He looks
dude?
like a 70s sport. He looks like no, not him. Mothman, the statue. He looks like
Oh,
a
the
fucking
statue.
70s. He looks like a '70s porn star. I mean, he's like, you know.
I mean, you know, with all these like sightings and shit like that, has anybody thought about putting mothballs in the area?
Yeah.
Right?
Would they?
Dr. Killian's moth spray. Has anybody thought to like do this shit? It's just me. Right?
Mothballs.
I don't know, man.
Keep him from eating your clothes all up.
He's like, God dang it, Mothman, not again.
Except the holes would be like that big.
Right? Red eyes.
Instead of like little tiny moth holes.
But see, it'd be easy like to catch him. Does he like Walmart clothes? Does he like, you know, Target clothes, Ross clothes? You like the cheap shit?
Yeah, thrift store, baby. That's the best cotton you can get. Fill up on the value. You can get a lot of it.
Maybe Mothman is like for the rich folk, right? Like maybe he like likes them like real expensive like suits.
Oh yeah, satins and silks and shit.
Right?
Silk linings.
Ooh, damn! Moth is like
he's
this.
like in rich people's closets. He's all laying it all out.
He's eating that like this a Saks Fifth.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
man.
if that's the case, he's just like
strange things coming out of the West Virginia woods. We've got loads of that and then some on Top 5 Scary. Even got tons and tons of stuff about the Mothman, if that's your trick. Make sure you hit subscribe. If you would do me the favor, hit the little bell as well so you don't miss a single video that we upload. But you got to do that at the end of this video if you wouldn't mind, because I got 4 more Mothman sightings coming up for you right about now. Number 4, Luke Pilgrim. Coming in for our next entry is going to be this clip posted to TikTok by user The Luke Pilgrim with a caption, "Scare warning. We survived an encounter with the Mothman." Let's take a look at this clip, why don't we? And, you know, mind the scare warning. It might be scary. We could see someone outside, presumably a young pilgrim, playing, having a good time. And the youngster points up to something in the sky, something capturing their eye. What is
Oh, that's CGI.
Superman? No.
yeah, man, that does not look real. Like, come on,
The
man.
camera pans up and you get a
Bad form, Peter. Bad form.
The fuck, dude?
Thumbs down.
Yeah,
Oh,
garbage.
Yeah.
That was garbage.
I can't believe they even put that on there. Come on.
Yeah. Hey, come on.
This guy's trying really hard. Look at his fucking kind of like street underground hip hoppy shirt. He's probably researched this fucking spiel. He's probably said it 300-400 times.
Right?
This is his
Just trying to make it
410th.
perfect.
Yeah, this is his 410th read through. And he was so busy on those little fucking things that he didn't stop to think that we'd see that video and go, that's fucking
Yeah.
fake.
Hey,
No shit, dude. Like, how did he not watch that himself and just start laughing immediately?
I know. Why put that in
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. Anyway,
Bad
sorry.
form, Tyler. Bad
Oh,
form.
sorry,
shit, man.
I'm going on a rant here. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. I'm with you.
face full of the Mothman in clear view flying right towards you. Absolutely terrifying. Scare warning. Very correct.
Whackfest.
Sure, you're not stupid. I'm another story. I have a comedy writing degree. But since the TikToker's bio mentions
Oh.
that Georgia
Yeah, it ensures this is the 300th time he's gone over.
that a VFX artist made.
Bad form, Tyler. Bad form.
Yeah, man.
Those
Come
are
on,
where-
bro. Come on, man. We ain't got time for shit like
Perfectly
that.
framed and lighted sighting of a cryptid on camera. But I also like playing along with the fun here on Top 5 Scary. So even though this is CGI, let's just take that out of our brain. Whoop, do it that way. Let's just play along. And
Nah,
this-
man. Fuck
the
that.
more
If I see
threatening
you in
Mothman
person,
is
I'm decking you in the
very
face.
real and not a computer.
Fuck you.
And a lot of people think of the Mothman as a sort of benevolent figure, in part because in recent years, the public image of the Moth.
Could Mothman get COVID?
I don't know, but look at this 70s dream right here. He's
I'm
all
just saying,
dreaded out. He's
With the
dreaded out.
Where
fucking,
was
with the
Mothman during
motherfucking
COVID?
dust mask, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, he's like, damn, what is that?
What the fuck? Was
He's
this
like, what
motherfucker
the
like,
hell?
did this motherfucker go to Walgreens one time? Like, man, I gotta get some dust masks. Like,
He was waiting in line and shit. He's like,
where are the sightings for that one? Or did he just luck up and go on a night where there are no other customers in the store? Or what the fuck, dude?
hey,
Come on.
Amazon order from Mothman.
Or it might even be that around that time there were so many masks floating around because of COVID that any creature
Maybe.
could grab one at any time and just
Actually,
throw it on the face.
that is a good point because there were a lot of masks just like
There's
on the
masks
ground.
everywhere,
They
on
were
the ground, everywhere.
Yeah.
So if Mothman is trying to be more human, maybe Mothman has some weird mask fetish because of COVID.
Right?
Yeah, he's like, ooh, I like this.
Yeah.
Hey, I
When
wonder
he
how many
gets
times he's
busy-
been in the mirror and with that mask and been like, Luke, I am your father.
And then like
I'm
you
sure
gotta
plenty.
wonder, was he using like the surgical mask? Did he put on a KN95?
Yeah, is it compliant?
Respirator, you know?
Right.
You
Like,
throw some vinyl gloves on.
Hey, Mothman, 6 feet, bro.
Right.
6 feet.
Yeah, he's getting all up in your
Yeah, man.
space, right? He's like,
Like,
hey,
which one
what
did
you
he
doing? You're
use,
like,
man?
step on.
Mhm.
Hey, how dare you, bro? It's COVID.
Yeah, he's like totally up in your space. He's like, oh,
Like-
protected.
Hey,
This
bad
is not
manners,
this
dude.
is not
Bad
an
manners.
N95, bro. What's up?
No, that's like a that's what you'd wear when you're working with wood.
Yeah, that's just a dust mask, you know?
Yeah, and that is what she said.
It's true. True. All right, let's carry. I just question. It was just a question.
No, it's a very good
A
question.
playful
That's a good
creature,
one.
you know, a very marketable little mascot made into merchandise, statues, costumes, so on and so on. But when the story first came out, the Mothman was described as a violent predator and whose sight was a foreboding warning of incoming danger. So, if
Oh.
anything, this clip of the very real Mothman is more accurately depicting it than most. Number 3, Dark Cauldron. Coming in at the number 3 spot today is going to be this clip that was also posted to TikTok. That's where he is these days. Now, we know of Mothman as being sort of an unofficial symbol of Virginia. They gotta put him on the flag. Mothman is Point Pleasant's most famous resident, but if this next TikTok is anything to go by, he might have been struck by a bit of wanderlust and needed to stretch those giant wings and
Look, his
soar
Mothman
all
He
the way
buff.
to England. Now, this
buff
clip
as shit right
claims
there.
someone
The
has
hell?
seen the legendary Mothman all the way in England, in the town of Harrogate, outside the Yorkshire Hotel. Sounds like he packed his bags to scare locals in a new country. You know, probably gets boring scaring the same old Virginians over and over again. Point Pleasant's only so big, he's probably scared everybody by now. Should we
So
roll the-
these cryptids have moved to TikTok also
So in
now,
this
huh?
clip, we can see someone filming outside the lovely Yorkshire. It looks
apparently.
so classy, let me say. It's very unobstructed.
Everyone's on TikTok.
You can start to
You're
see
not a thing if
strange
you're
lights.
not on TikTok.
I'm not on
Cryptid,
TikTok.
human or not. I know. Neither am I. But
Not me.
all these people running around, totally fucking jacked into TikTok.
So
With that being said, I have heard like TikTokers have been sharing a lot of conspiracies and
Yep.
all kinds of
There's
stuff,
been a
and
lot.
that could be one of the reasons why
They're trying to shut
the
it down.
government wants to shut it down. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like one of the faster. It's sort of the way I was kind of heard it explained was that TikTok is kind of how Twitter used to be. So whenever there was some big news event happening anywhere on the planet, there would
Yeah.
immediately be this huge kind of tweet storm, and you could get information, though it's not curated information. It's not the media, right? You're able
Yeah.
to actually get raw fucking info, and so TikTok has become that. Twitter, you know. It's evolved differently now, and TikTok has become that. You can see some crazy shit long before the media hits it,
Mhm.
but it's not
Okay.
curated.
So the other question is does Mothman have freaking flyer miles? Like, does he have
Mm-mm.
planes? Does he
no, he's not on
No,
planes. Motherfucker
no.
can
he's like
fly.
international? Because that's a long way to fly. I'm just saying,
That
like,
is a long way to fly.
you
might
flying
have to
over
get
the
on a
ocean,
boat.
ain't like, some place you can stop.
Thing about
Yeah.
it though, man, like a bird is usually smaller than Mothman, right? Look how swole that guy was. You know,
That's true.
he's probably got the stamina to fly across the Atlantic. You know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like he
Or
could
maybe-
probably fly
Or maybe,
wherever
or
he
maybe like
wants
a
to.
bird, they can hang out in the water and float, right? Birds will do that on long trips. Seabirds, they go down to the water as long as it's still enough and not
So-
too choppy, and they'll just sit and float. And then when they have enough energy, they'll take off again. Maybe.
So do you think
maybe we can-
Mothman maybe was just like on vacay? Like he was just tired of Virginia and he was like, I'm out.
after a while, I bet you get tired of Virginia.
Right? He goes
probably
like
was
this,
I need
flies
a
down and goes,
different thing.
"Rrrr." Hey, Mothman, what the hell are you doing here? We already seen
people
you. Hey,
they're not
next
even
time you need
scared
to
of him
ride.
anymore.
Damn. You try to scare
wants
me.
to go
So
somewhere
what is this,
where-
dog
where-
man?
where it's novel. He wants to go have a novel scare.
Let's see what the Brits say about Mothman, sus.
Yeah, exactly.
in the sky and in any other video. That's what we would have been focusing on in case they were aliens. But before we can analyze any possible UFOs, we see something familiarly leathery with giant bat-like wings. soaring
See,
across the
CGI
sky.
again.
The caption mentions as well that the video was filmed at 3 a.m., which traditionally is the witching hour, and it's when some paranormal enthusiasts believe the veil between our world
Whack.
and their world is weakest. Could that have been part of why the Mothman was captured here? Of course, I hear you say, Taylor, that's just another CGI Mothman. And I know most likely it's just a CGI Mothman for views, but I don't know why anyone would do that. Why would anyone lie about something on the...
I'm getting a
Okay,
trend
you
from our friend Taylor over here. He's just getting a lot of
I know.
CGI for views. Bad form.
I know,
sub.
man.
Bad
It's
form.
not-
Like I'm
None of
telling
the
you,
con-
man.
None of the content is good. It's all
Like,
either
maybe-
fake or he's feeling it.
We gotta find this guy and punch him in the mouth. And like,
Damn.
that's CGI, bro.
Hey.
Yeah. Say you
He's
guys.
just getting himself. He's just getting himself out there. He's making material. It's none of it is. We're like getting. It's like taking someone out on a date, and after the meal, you're paying for it, and then they go, "Well, this has been great, but I'm not going to see you again. I was just using you for the food." Walking out.
Man, it just got real. Holy shit.
You know what I mean?
Hey, the liquor wear off, and you're like, ooh, hey,
Right, I'm
hey,
getting-
don't you ever,
know,
ever,
I'm getting
ever,
used.
ever come here again.
I'm getting used here.
I'm getting used to
No, seriously, man. He's got a screen better than this, man. You know?
Yeah.
I know he's a
Yeah.
content creator, but come on, man. You know?
Yeah, your material isn't good enough, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe if your fucking material was good and then the videos were weak, but you were somewhat good, it'd be better. But just suck. And your videos suck even more. So that's a problem.
Yeah, he could have
Well
just
said, sir.
he could have
Well
went with
said.
the good clips he found or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he could have if he wanted to make the video longer, he could have
extrapolated. Yeah, he could have
Well, no,
extrapolated.
he could have did more research on the whole Point Pleasant thing. There's a movie
Oh,
made
yeah.
about that, for the love of
Yeah.
God, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so let's give
With
this guy
Richard
one
Gere.
last hurrah. Let's see what this
Chance.
last one is. 'Cause
Yeah.
so far, this guy's terrible.
Yeah,
So
he
with the
is.
Scary Videos game, he doesn't know my name, but I do watch your videos, Slap Ham, so hey, shout out. Coming in next is this clip posted to Slap Ham's TikTok.
Slap Ham is really good.
I noticed TikTok is really the only place on the internet Mothman sightings are still happening. I don't know if Mothman's getting shyer, if he's been photographed too much, but it
He's got
seems like
COVID,
it's getting
bro.
harder and harder to find that guy. You can't find him on YouTube anywhere. TikTok's the only place. Maybe baby boomers aren't on TikTok. Well, it could also be because the Mothman has been getting more elusive as well. And the last point, we saw him fly out of his hometown of Point Pleasant to explore all the beauty that the Yorkshire Hotel has to offer. And if this next clip is any indication, he's a frequent flyer, because it seems like he's also managed to fly all the way down to Asia. Because this
Damn.
TikTok claims he's been
Oh,
to Beijing.
Well, a
And
little
that's
China
something also
vacation.
could be considered UFO footage, since it's very
There's some-
difficult to
there's
make
some
out
rad
what's
shit
going
to see
on.
down
Come to
there.
think of it, actually, wouldn't most recordings of the Mothman technically make him a UFO, since he's an unidentified flying object? That's something to philosophize about in the comment section for me. We see something glowing bright blue, and a ethereally bright light is seen flapping through the sky, quite honestly looking like a glowing moth. Now, it's very hard to tell what's going on in this clip because the footage is like primitively low quality. Does it bother anyone else deeply that in a world where every single living human being carries a professionally high quality camera,
All right. We gave Tyler a chance, but This is the
Yeah.
worst channel we have ever reviewed. Do you guys agree?
Dang. He's not even that
Pretty
funny,
bad.
man.
It's pretty bad.
This is the worst channel. Like, this is terrible. Like, I'd rather
Oh, man.
watch like Baby Shark or something. I don't know.
No, Baby Shark makes you want to blow your brains out after a few rotations.
Hey, Tyler's close. Tyler's
Does
close.
it really?
That channel
was
garbage.
Is that how bad Baby Shark is?
I
It's
kind of
pretty
like
bad.
Baby Shark.
Well, it's catchy at first, but then you just slowly
Really?
spiral. You'll spiral into a type
A
of
madness that you cannot get away from.
It's a madness that goes deep too.
You know what?
Trust me,
You know what
somebody-
takes it to the
somebody-
next level? The Mexican version, the banda version of Baby Shark.
Oh shit! Yeah, I don't think I've heard that.
You need to hear that.
There's a
'cause that
Banda
one-
version, huh?
I'll
That
have to
one
check
just
that out.
drive you insane. Do we lose
Oh, where'd Reggie-
McVice?
yeah, we lost Reggie. Where'd he go?
Maybe he went to go check out Baby Shark.
Oh, there he is. What's up?
Reg, we lost you.
You're muted.
You had a
Oh,
mute.
hey.
What's up?
Did it
You
kick
back?
you
the hell
out?
happened
Pollo?
there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it was weird.
Mothman?
I like the idea of Mothman.
I mean,
those videos sucked.
They were terrible. That's the worst channel
Moth-
we've ever looked
Moth-
at.
yeah, but you know that's kind of a disservice to Mothman. You know, he's another cryptid out there where there has been some evidence of him. That video didn't do it much justice, you know.
I agree. I
But
agree.
I don't want people to watch that and just like laugh Mothman off, you know.
Well, there's been enough sightings, and I mean, particularly in the United States,
Mhm.
is my understanding that if it wasn't Mothman, it was some supernatural creature, some creature that people just knew was not of the norm of what you're used
Yeah.
to seeing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like honestly, I think a lot of the different types of cryptids might actually be more interconnected, and we're just kind of, because as humans we're lumping them into like we're going like Sasquatchy, you know, Wolfman-y, Mothman-y, or whatever that seems like we're giving it almost like these animalistic attributes, not really knowing, not thinking of it necessarily in a scientific way, more in a title way, when actually the truth might be just so different. You know,
Mhm.
it might not fly at all, or maybe it's got some kind of membrane there that makes it look like wings, or you know, it's, I don't know. I think it's definitely something possibly there, but I don't know if it's specifically Mothman.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest thing about Mothman, I've always been told, or from what I've read about it or watched videos on, was that it was prophetic in some way, you know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that makes
Like it was like a
different.
harbinger of something that was about to happen. You know? Now, I don't recall too many encounters with the Mothman, but I think the Point Pleasant one, there was a bridge collapse that happened afterwards
Uh-huh.
where, like, I forgot how many people died, you know?
That's right.
When was the
So,
last
I mean,
sighting?
that's like,
legit sighting. Was it during 9/11?
I don't know, man.
Mm.
Unfortunately, Mothman is one of those cryptids I haven't heard a lot about. Like, you know, like there's all kinds of Bigfoot and Dogman sightings out there, right? But when it comes to Mothman, not so much, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, they seem way fewer.
I agree.
Yeah, it's like the probability of you running into like a like Bigfoot, Dogman are pretty high compared to Mothman, you know?
Mhm. Maybe he's just not that sociable. Oh.
Maybe, or maybe it's a good thing, like I said, because it's like if this thing
Yeah,
you know
maybe it's-
shows up and like something bad's about to happen, it's like maybe you don't want to see this motherfucker,
Yeah,
you know?
maybe it's on the rarer side, and
Yeah, you see it, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, motherfuck, you know, like
Yeah, it's
motherfucker.
rare.
Something bad's about that.
And does Mothman like drier places? You know, New Mexico's nice. I'm just saying.
I don't think so. I bet you he would prefer, like a lot of moths prefer like decaying wood, shit like that.
We have
Too
woods.
dry. We have moths, but I don't think they're. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be interesting. What an interesting thought study. What environment would the Mothman prefer?
You know what, guys? We need to
Yeah,
go to
it's-
one of those. We need to go to one of those cryptid conventions. You know,
Mm-hmm.
where like you get to speak to. Because I mean, I'm not even joking. I want to go to one of those conventions one of these days. 'Cause you're gonna find out so much more information. Because you're gonna be there with a lot of people who've seen stuff, probably have pictures, maybe good videos. Maybe they're like, I'm not releasing this to the public, but show here at this fucking convention, you know? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. Who
Albuquerque
knows?
gets conventions like that.
I've looked, man. No, like cities like Las Vegas, I
Bigger
think
cities. That makes sense.
Denver and stuff like
Phoenix.
that. Because I've looked at a few of them. Yeah, because I'm big into the missing 411 stuff, and I don't know if you went to like a Bigfoot convention or something, and it was like in Colorado or something like that. You know, I don't know. There's some conventions that happen, but no, they don't look like they happen here in this state.
I know Ancient
Even
Aliens
though
was
they
here not that
should.
long ago.
Yeah, like you figure Roswell should have a big UFO convention, you know,
They do, right?
which I think they do, huh?
They do,
Yeah,
but it's not like
Yeah.
it used to be in years past. In years past, I think they did the 50th or maybe it was the 80th. I forget which one it was. But they, for specific years they would blow it out. But now it has become almost like your little regional place for the locals to go fuck about because there's not as much people flying in, so there's not as much outside money, there's not as much outside interest. I think for the 50th, was it the 50th maybe? I was there and I worked for the Roswell Daily Record and we went and we covered it. And that one was huge for Roswell. But most of them, and especially now, the economic impact on the community does sort of one of
It's
these.
dwindled.
That's my understanding. So it's become way more like back in the old days, they'd have like famous UFO authors and really, really hardcore people come down. And it just those people either died or interest just waned in the community in general. There's nothing there.
And
There's
see-
nothing in Roswell.
Well, that's the thing too. If you're gonna have one of those conventions like that, it needs to be serious, man. It's not a
Yeah,
joke.
you need
You
to
know?
plan it, and you need to
Yeah.
put money into it. In the early ones,
Right.
they did, and they drew huge participation
Crowds.
from
Yep.
all kinds of other parts of the country. A ton of the big UFO authors from the 80s came and read from books and did question and answer stuff. You had the History Channel here, the Discovery Channel. Like for a while there, it was like a little economic engine that could, because people were interested in Roswell. But then it died.
Yeah.
And so now it's maybe 30 vendors. The last time I was there was Seb, maybe 2 years ago. There's maybe 30 vendors and some alien themed shit. The best thing about that festival was my son saying, "Dad, these aliens down here, they're thick." And it's because they were carving them out of wood. So all the stores, the cheapest way to get a large impact alien is to do a wood carved one. And then they just paint it. So they don't do like plaster or any other types. So carving wood, you tend to make those fucking humanoids thick, right?
Thick. Yeah.
So Sabby was like, "Man, Dad, these aliens in Roswell are thick.
The steroids.
They got thick asses, son, because they're rice and beans fed, baby. That's how we roll down here.
Rumbles.
We got our burritos and we're
Red chili.
Yeah, no one's fucking around with my
The barbecue in
5
them.
tamales for dinner. You know what I mean? We're gonna be thick. We're gonna have fat on our bodies.
Hey, high blood pressure for them aliens.
That's true. They don't live nearly as long as the ones that get stationed in other parts of the galaxy,
Wow.
right?
I think Roswell needs to like redo their convention then, and like maybe not just focus on UFOs, but really they need the right
Yeah.
person
No,
to
I
take
agree.
over it. Like, hey, this is going to be a UFO / paranormal / cryptid convention, and bring in like some big people like David Paulides with Missing 411. Like he's done
Yeah,
conventions, and he's had search and rescue teams and firefighters and shit like that actually attend and tell him stories of weird disappearances and stuff like that, you know. And of
Yeah.
course these guys don't really have anyone to talk to about
I
it,
think
you know. That's what I'm
I
saying.
think
Like,
it'd be rad too if they
yeah.
could get some of these military guys. You know,
Mhm.
some of those military
That's what I'm saying,
Air
man.
Force guys. We know they've talked to the media,
Yeah.
right? The
Yeah.
pro media. But what if, for like you just basically go to these guys and say, "Hey, just come here and tell your story. We'll pay for your hotel. We'll pay for the travel. We'll pay for all the shit.
Right.
Just come here and tell your story. And if you want to, if you're comfortable, do like a question and answer." Check out this man meat right here.
Oh no,